So you're looking to travel. If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you've never traveled before by yourself, or you're trying to make your own first trip, or you're trying to get a bunch of people to go with you and you're planning by yourself. If that's you, this is a good video because it's going to kind of show what I've done so far. I've been in a couple trips that I've planned myself and I've went by myself. It worked so far. I am here. I am not dead. I am not in debt. So I'm here to share a couple things that I've learned, and I hope to inspire some of you guys to do it too. So let's go through my checklist right now. So first one is research. You have to know where you're going, or you have to research where you want to go. The thing that I use, the biggest tool I use for research, and please don't bash me in the comments or don't feel like I'm this lazy person. Please don't. Bear with me. I use ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is a great tool because sometimes you don't know where you want to go. So you just type, hey, I am looking to chill at the beach, or I'm looking to see some desert landscapes, or anything you want to, you kind of type in there and say, hey, I'm going in this part of the year. I'm going this time. I'm going to June and August. I'm looking to go with these amount of people. I'm looking to do this, this, and that. And if you put that on ChatGPT, it will give you a good list of potential places that you can go and you can visit. ChatGPT is not perfect. It has its quirks, but that's why you grab that list and you research on your own time. You go on YouTube, you go on Google, you kind of look at those places that it panned out, because if it's there, it's because it researched already those places and deemed worthy of your attention. Now, if you already know the place, what you can do is say, ChatGPT, I'm looking to go to Wyoming in June. Is this a good time to go? What would be a best time to go? So when you do that type of research, you understand that what place you want to go, what time of year you should go, and definitely you can start asking how much it costs and things like that. But we'll get to budgeting in a second. So if you research and you know that the place that you're going is going to be good for you to go, you know what type of clothing you can pack, you can know what type of activities you can do. So after you have all that research, you can combine into one plan, and you can even ask ChatGPT to do that. You say, hey, can you kind of give me a 5-day plan in Wyoming, a 5-day plan in Santa Barbara, California? It will do that. It will show you what it recommends, what you should be doing. And now I'm not telling you to do everything it says for you to do. Don't do it. Just use that as a template, and then you can edit, because you'll definitely research things around the area that you find even better than what ChatGPT said. And then that's when you add your own to that template. So let's move to the second point, which is budgeting. And budgeting is super, super important, if not as important as research. Because after you research and you say, hey, I want to go to this place, you got to know how much it costs. You got to know how much you're going to spend. And you got to understand that sometimes you got to sacrifice a couple of things in order to fit in your budget. So that's what I'm going to talk about right now. Budgeting doesn't have to be this horrible thing. You don't have to have a crappy vacation because you're trying to budget to the max. No, you can definitely find ways to cut a lot of expenses or find ways to get cheaper deals. And that's what I've been trying to do every time I travel. For example, I have a credit card that stacks up travel points. And that's what paid for my Nevada, California trip. Basically, I paid $600 total for that whole trip because I used points, and the points paid for the hotel and the flight. And I'll be totally honest, it does take time to stack up the points, but think with me, spending money with your credit card and a regular credit card that wouldn't give you travel points, you would not have that money anyways. So by spending money throughout your whole year, you'll have that $500, $600, $700 extra. That is already the ticket, or maybe even the hotel, depending on where you stay. Another big thing about budgeting is flight tickets and rentals. And sometimes when you research the place that you want to go, the flights are crazy expensive. So you got to understand what time of the year you're going. Because if it's busy season, you're not going to get those cheap tickets. And you can go on any website that you won't find that crazy deal. Unless, of course, you use the portal of your credit card to kind of have better deals than using your points. But now let's assume you don't have that. If you go to Expedia, the Google Flights, if you go to any of those things, you won't find better deals. They're kind of the same thing. And if you find a crazy deal, please don't buy it. Most likely it's a scam. So knowing when you're going, which is part of the research, it will help you on your budget when it comes to flights. And rentals, I always recommend using AAA. If you're in America and you have AAA, you'll be fine because they have better deals on car rentals. And also, if you're a young driver under 25, you'll get that fee deducted. So you won't have to pay that extra $15 to $50 per day because you are not 25. And to finish budgeting, you also have to keep a lookout on dining. Food is very expensive depending where you go and also how you buy it. If you go to restaurants all the time, you're gonna spend a lot of money. But if you go and you get a hotel or Airbnb with a kitchen, and if you buy it in supermarkets and you cook the meals inside the house, I don't even have to explain. It's always cheaper, it's always good. Of course, allow your budget to have those good dining experiences, like going to a nice restaurant, getting that nice meal that you want at the touristy restaurant right next to that attraction they're in. That's totally fine, but make sure you're not relying only on that, because that money that you're spending on that could have been saved up for the rest of the trip. Number 3 is packing, and packing can be very annoying. I'll give you a quick example. When I went to Nevada in California, I brought a carry-on and I fit everything inside, and also I brought my backpack, my camera backpack. Now, that was not smart because I overpacked. I thought it was gonna rain, I thought it was gonna be cold, but then I thought it was gonna be hot. I brought jackets, I brought shorts, I brought t-shirts, and then I brought just extra stuff that I didn't need. A good thing for everyone to try is bringing a backpack big enough to fit everything inside. So this is the backpack that I used for the last trip. It's a Shimoda Urban Explorer, and this thing is primarily a camera bag because it has the partitions, but also what it can do, you can take those divisions for the camera and those extra cubes, you can take it out and it becomes a regular backpack. And that's where I packed all my clothing, my camera gear, my hiking shoes. I packed everything in there, and I also brought some stuff on me too. But I was able to do a whole trip for 5 days with just one backpack. Depending on the hotel, they might have laundries. If it's an Airbnb, it's even better. You can have a laundry room there. Most of them have it. So if you bring 3 shirts, that's enough, because you'll wear 2 and you can wash them. You can wear that 3rd one, and then the next days you can wear the other ones again. So things like that, just like toothpaste, shampoo and conditioner, all the toiletries that you would bring with you in the plane, you don't have to, because you can buy it on location. You can buy it at the place that you go, and you can put in your hotel. Most hotels have it anyways, and Airbnb, some of them have it. But if you want to buy your own, it's super nice to bring nothing in your bag and then buying everything there. Now, number 4 is a big one. It's called mindset. I know it's so weird, but this is part of the list because it's so important. If you have the mindset of, hey, whatever happens this trip will be fine, I'll have a good time, I'll have to focus on the good. If you have that mindset, any trip will always be good. If you're a perfectionist, you like to plan everything to the teeth, just like me, you're gonna struggle a lot, because when things go south or things don't work the way they are supposed to, you're gonna frustrate, and it's gonna ruin your whole day and your whole trip. I'll give you guys a quick example. When we went to Utah, I knew what parks we were going to, and it was lack of research. I didn't research the tickets and the timing. So one time we got to one park and it was closed, we couldn't do. But because of the mindset that I know that I'm already here, I'm gonna have a good time, even if I don't get to see this thing that I really wanted to, I can definitely enjoy other things. Because I had that mindset, we were able to find a beautiful waterfall, and it was the best spot that we found in Utah, in Moab. So if you have that mindset that you are aware that you're traveling to relax, to sightsee, and to have a good time, everything else will kind of fall into place. You'll know that sometimes the failures and sometimes the bad situations will transform into other good situations. So keep that in mind so that you don't overlook that, because you can research, you can budget, you can pack well, but if you don't have the right mindset to travel and you get frustrated easily, I don't even recommend going, because you're not gonna have a good time. So that's it, guys. That was my list. I know it was very, very simple, but that's what I'm trying to show you guys, that traveling can be simple if you know what you're doing, especially if you have tools just like AI. And if you know what you're doing, if you know how to pack, if you know how to budget, you can have a great time without breaking the bank, and you don't have to sacrifice a lot of things when it comes to money, because if you know all these things, you can travel to anywhere you want, and you can keep it always simple. I love this saying. I think it's an acronym, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. You don't need this crazy travel guide. You don't need this complex vacation. If you keep it simple and you know exactly where you're going because you research it correctly, you're gonna have a great time. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.